The Use of Dashboards in Business by Austin Collins and Haleigh Schroth. Displayed here we have the overall layout for the dashboard project, and this includes the intro, the method, results, and in the results section there's the 6 charts that are included in my dashboard, and there's also the 6 charts that were included in Austin's dashboard. And right next to that we have the conclusion from what we've learned from this whole thing and acknowledgments. And right below that I have the use of dashboards in business, and in this part I just talk about how this project has been very insightful to me and all of the things I've learned from it and pretty much how I can apply that in the business world. On this slide I have the 6 charts that I created for the dashboard project, and right below that I have the value of what I have learned. And in this section I just note that many of the things I've learned in this class I can apply in the business world or even in real life. One of the things that I have learned is how to do pivot tables, and this allows data to be manipulated so that it's more easily understood and it's more visually appealing. And most of these things that I've learned I didn't know how to do before, so I also note that without having the knowledge of how to create such charts like these, most of the data would be useless. So I'm definitely grateful that I know how to make all of these charts now because it's very beneficial for me. On this slide I have my favorite chart, which was a thermometer chart, and right below it I have written favorite chart, and I pretty much explained why this was my favorite chart. So what Haleigh did was they wanted their subscriptions to increase by 10% per year, and that was their goal. So this chart pretty much shows how many subscriptions it would be to be a 10% increase and how much they actually received. And I think it's an extremely useful chart because it shows a company's goals and current progress in a year, but it shows it visually rather than just throwing numbers around that you should try and strive for. And I think that most companies would benefit from this because a lot of times they just have, numbers that you have to reach. Like you have to get 500 sales this week or 10,000 sales next week, but it doesn't visually show. It never visually shows how many sales you actually got versus how many you need to get. So this chart was actually pretty difficult to make, but it's still, in my opinion, the most beneficial because of what it shows. And now that I know how to make it, I can continue to use this information in my future with my current jobs or even in my everyday life. So I think that it's the easiest way to show a company's goals and current progress, and that's exactly why I used it for Haleigh.